Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sweet Vintage Moments. My name is Mandy, and we're going to be going estate sailing today. It is Friday. It is sunny, but actually it's deceptively cold. I'm here in Florida, and I know that some of you are laughing because, what I feel is cold obviously is not cold for some of you that live in truly cold climates. But since I'm a military brat, I have lived in some cold areas in my lifetime. So, I do recognize that I am ridiculous. But again, I live in Florida. I've lived here for a while. So it changes you when you're not exposed to the cold like you used to be. So we're going to go estate sailing. It's the second day of this estate sale. And the interesting thing about this place that we're going to is I noticed that it had a large collection of art that I saw at a previous estate sale last year. And so what I'm going to do is I will put that up on the screen for you guys, a picture of the estate sale that I went to with fine art. And you can go back and watch that and see for yourself. But when I was looking at the pictures of the estate sale, I was surprised. I was like, wow, this person went in and bought like the whole collection of art and has it in their home. And so I'm kind of excited about having a second chance to look at some of the pieces that I saw previously and see how they styled it in their home. I did pick up one piece of art when I was at that fine estate sale, and I'm enjoying it in my home. So another thing I wanted to do was a shout out to my friend in New Zealand. I think your name was at Bev Clark, but I wanted to give you a shout out because I was super excited to see your comment. You were very positive and uplifting. And I can't believe somebody from New Zealand is watching my videos. That's really exciting to me. So, hats off to you. I hope that I do a good job of bringing you more content so that we can have more visits together and you can enjoy some of the things that I'm seeing and hunting for. And perhaps one day when I get my vintage online store together, then you will be able to purchase one of my items and enjoy it as much as I do. So thanks again. I'm very humbled that people are watching my videos, but it's been a journey for me. Like I said, I retired from my first career, and what I'm doing now is very different. Very, 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 very different than what I was doing before. And, really, I just want to have fun. After a really hard career, this is bringing me joy. And if I can bring you joy, at the same time, then so be it. So I think that's it for now. Let's go ahead and go to that, hopefully, fabulous estate sale. See you there. Hello, everyone. I just made it to this estate sale, and there are a ton of cars. And it took me a while to find parking. So I'm guessing this is going to be good. So we will see. I got to walk a little ways to get there, but look at these trees. It's beautiful. I gotta cross a busy street here. Let's go.
my bum bum. Late my bum, de mami, late my bum bum. Late mami, late mami, late my bum. Late mami, late mami, late my bum bum.
Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't
Welcome back, friends. I just finished up with that fabulous estate sale, and it was incredible. They were talking about the woman that lived there was a patron of the arts, and she had a ton of art everywhere. And then she also obviously loved the Wizard of Oz because she had a fabulous painted staircase, all in the theme of the Wizard of Oz, with a yellow brick road going all the way up to the Emerald City. And it was amazing. So I took some footage for you just so that you could enjoy it as much as I did. I got a few items. It was basically nothing was on sale today, even though it was the second day. Tomorrow I heard is going to be 50% off, which will be fantastic. So if I decide to come back out tomorrow, it will definitely be the day to pick up art, because some of that art I saw at a previous sale. And, you know, I'll put that picture up of the sale that I went to for the fine art in the past. Apparently, this is the woman who owns all of that art. And I heard that she's still alive and that she just downsized and she moved to another fabulous, smaller house in the neighborhood. This is a historic neighborhood. And so the architecture was amazing. She had a lot of paintings everywhere. She painted the ceilings to look like clouds and the sky. So obviously a fun person. And so I heard she took a lot of her best stuff with her. And even so, she still left a lot of good stuff behind. So there was a Potosi vase that I was interested in. It was $45. And nobody would seem to be interested in it. So if I come back tomorrow, I may go ahead and pick that up at a really good price. It was $45, and so I can imagine 50% off. And I did get some footage of that. I did pick up a hat. It was $5 just for fun. What do you guys think? I know, more hats. But, you know, it is Florida, and it's wonderful to have a hat on to keep yourself shaded from the sun. So I think I'll make good use of it. It was $5. And I picked this up. It was actually hanging up over a door frame in the master bedroom. There was no price on it, so they gave it to me for a few dollars. And so it's just a black cat to put over a door frame. And I may go ahead and do that just for fun. I do have a black cat at home named Raven. And so, of course, I love cats. As you'll see in a lot of my videos, I've got a theme going on. I did get 2 pairs of shoes. The first pair is a Chico's pair. It's $10. And it has some fabulous beading on it. I couldn't pass that up. This lady had an incredible wardrobe, and there was so many clothes, it was beyond overwhelming. And then, although these are not that fabulous, I still like them because they're white, clean sandals. It doesn't look like she barely wore them. They're Clark's. And I got them for $6. So you can't beat that, especially in Florida when basically all I wear is sandals, especially in the heat. So that is it. That is all I got from this fabulous sale. It was, again, beyond overwhelming. The prices were high, but that's because they're going to have a 50% off sale tomorrow. I heard it's going to be absolutely crazy. People are going to be running to get in there and grabbing art off the walls. And so if I do come, I have to be prepared for that. And the parking is not easy here, so I'd have to come really early. So I think that's it for today. I'm really tired. I got a ton of footage, so I think it'll make up, you know, a full video for you guys to enjoy. And there might be some more estate sailing going on tomorrow. So until then, I wish you love, joy, peace, happiness, all good things in this world. Make sure you have some fabulous finds that you can enjoy, and keep spreading love and peace and smiles in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Welcome back, friends, to Sweet Vintage Moments. I changed my mind. I decided that I was going to go to another estate sale, even though I just finished up with that fabulous first estate sale at that historic home. And so since this was really just around the corner, I decided I might as well, since I drove all the way out here, I might as well stop and just take a quick peek and see if there's anything interesting in this home. So come on with me and let's cross our fingers and maybe we'll find an amazing treasure, okay? Hello. Hey, welcome back, friends. I just finished up with that second estate sale and there really wasn't much of anything. It was a really small house, but it's in a nice neighborhood, so I was curious to see what they had. They just had furniture that was left over, a little bit of books, but nothing exciting. And so I'm wrapping this up. This is it. And so I really enjoyed myself today. I hope you did too. We got to go to one really good estate sale, although everything was too expensive. but it was a lot of fun. It's really enjoyable to see how people live and, you know, to see the art that they collect, to see what treasures people value, to see what they surround themselves with to bring them joy. And I find a lot of joy in that. I have a lot of fun just seeing how people live their lives and, you know, what was important to them. And you could tell a lot about a person by their home, by what they surround themselves with. And so I guess that's it for now. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know I did. It's only Friday, so tomorrow there could be more estate sales. I'll be checking estatesales.net to see if there's anything good. But for now, those 2 estate sales will be the next video. And so I hope you enjoyed this adventure, and I will see you next time. Peace.